Let me see if it's live anyway. Can you guys see me? I'm just curious. Can you see the live yet? Is it live? No, not yet. There it goes. Wow, that took a hot minute. There we go. Hi guys, good afternoon. Just now, isn't that funny? I mean, sometimes it's lickety split and other times it's like so slow. Well, welcome guys. This is an exciting day. I had forgotten how much work it is to write a pattern. And even though this pattern was actually written, I had to do tons of edits to it. I released it in 2023, and even though I've made the bag for probably 20 years, I had never written it up. And so, but this go around, I had to rewrite a ton of it. You know, I've learned so much about bag making in the last 3 years. And I just want to initially, before I do anything else, is give a huge shout out to my admins. I'm going to start crying because all of them were a huge help in rewriting this, testing it. So Brenna, Lori, Teresa, Jan, Ellie, Mona. I didn't leave anybody else out, did I? Let's see, Jan, Lori, Brenna, Teresa, Ellie, Mona. They all did a testing, more than one, most of them, of a bag. And you'll see that in the last pattern, the last pages of the pattern, I gave them credit, and those were their bags. But oh my gosh. And I have to give a huge shout out to Brenna in particular. Late last night, I sent it to her and I said, can you just give this a good once over? See what goofers I made. And she did, and she sent it to me and I updated it and I said, let's go. Let's just do it. So thank you, Brenna. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Teresa, Ellie, Mona, and who else? Jan. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you dearly. So here we go. Oh, you're so sweet. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Texas Leather Design. Karen, Diane, Roxanne. So the pattern is live now. Several things you'll see as we go, as I sew it up. Hi, Nancy. That I added a outside zipper overlay. The slip pocket is still there. It's just modified a little bit. Thank you, Lori. And then I added a zipper overlay on the inside and slip pockets on the inside. And then the biggest change probably is I added a zipper closure, a zipper placket closure. People have been asking me to do that for years, actually, since it was released. And I just never got to it. And finally, I just decided, let's just do it. Let's add the zipper overlay. It's not hard, but to write it out was like, I've done it a million times, but to write it on paper is a different story. I didn't look at anybody else's patterns to see how they did it. I just did it from scratch. I know, scary. So, hi Judy. Hi Jackie. Oh, hi Tammy. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to Tammy. Tammy did the SVG file for me. I don't even know how to do an SVG file, but she did it and she sent it to me. She did several different versions of it for me, and it is in the download. So the pattern piece she helped me with, and the SVG file. So thank you, Tammy. You're a gem and a half. I appreciate you. I truly do. What was it? It can be scary. I know. Brenna's writing a new pattern right now, so it's a lot of work. So when you see the price of patterns, don't hesitate. It takes hours and hours and hours testing and testing. I personally myself made 5 bags already. This will be my 6th bag, and it just takes a lot of time and effort. So the pattern is, if you haven't bought the pattern, it's on sale now for $10.95. After next Thursday, it'll go up to $12.95. If you previously bought the pattern, you will get the download for free. In fact, you should have already gotten notification to re-download. So you won't have to pay a penny if you previously bought it. High fixation fiber, Nicole. I love that. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Casey. Hi, everybody. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm making it out of some brand new Sew Yours. I didn't choose this on purpose. I was just looking at my stash and I thought, oh, this would be great for a Jeannie bag, shoulder bag. So this is one of the main patterns. And I believe it's still on her website. It's the terracotta. And then this is what the accents are going to be. This is her snake. I don't even know what it is. I'm sure Brenna or Lori can find it on sewyours.com. So that's that. And then for the lining, I'm using, I believe this is from Mormino. This is some of her waterproof canvas, her light waterproof canvas. So that's what we're going to use it. And of course, all the hardware is from my website. Okay. So I already did one handle. And my handles are a little bit shorter than what the pattern calls for, about 3 inches shorter because that's all I had. So I did with what I had. We're going to make another handle and let me get all my pieces. I believe in the pattern, the first step is, I've done this pattern like 1,000 times and now I can't even remember which first, but it's the strap connectors. So I chose to do the strap connectors in one piece and then I will cut them. So there's no secret on strap connectors like this. It's a 2-inch piece. You make a line down the middle, put tape on and fold it into the center. No big secret. Okay. Is anybody else this excited? I'm kind of nervous. Why in the world am I nervous? I've done 1,000 of these and now I'm nervous. It's so funny. Don't laugh at me. Oh, in this piece, I did also put a 1/2-inch piece of Decaville Light to give these connectors durability and strength. This vinyl is a little bit stretchy, so as we go along, you'll see that I did interface it with SF101 because it is a little stretchy. Hold, please. Oh, you guys, I have the best people. I mean, I just have the best friends in the world. Okay, I'm going to divide this into 3 equal pieces. Okay. Those are pretty equal. Then I'm going to grab my square rings. Thank you, Judy. It's the terracotta style. Yes, it is. Perfect. And then I'm just going to attach them and stitch them together so they don't move around on me. Just, I'm not even going to back stitch. I'm just going to do a couple stitches. And I'll just leave them sewn together until I need them. And one more. You know, when you write a pattern, it can be all-consuming. And I'm one of those people that I want to finish it. So that's really why I'm not a quilter, because quilts take so long to make. That's why I really enjoy the bag making, because, you know, you can sew a bag in a few hours, you know. All right, so there's 4 strap connectors. Where should I put them? I'll put them over here. And the next step is to do the other handle. So like I said at the beginning, hi Barb. Yes, it is. The snake iridescent. Yes, it is. I already did one of the handles, and I have really gotten into strap-ins, so I did put strap-ins on. So let's do this other handle. If I can get the tape off. Thanks for being here, you guys. I'm sure like Ellie is going to do a tutorial. I'm hoping that Lori will do a tutorial. Maybe Lori and I'll just go live together. And I hope other people do a tutorial. I'm fine with anybody doing a tutorial, because, you know, that's what it's about, really. All right, so we're folding this into the center. Just make sure that you can see your line. And the reason I say that, that gives you a little turn wiggle room. And if you can see the line, that should be enough. It's a shy 1/8 of an inch. So just like that. Let me pull you down here so you can see it. Now I'm going to put another piece of tape here. Hi, T Nun. I'm so glad you're here. This is an exciting one too. I'm re-releasing my very own pattern. So if you don't know my story about why I started to sew bags, in 2005 and 2006, I can't even believe it's been that long. My best friend got cancer. Stephen Hicks was his name. He got cancer, and I spent the last year or so of his life going everywhere with him for treatment. And I mean, we went to New York, we went all over the place. And caring for him, you know, I'm a nurse, so I cared for him. Well, in 2006, he passed away. Very sad. I miss him to this day. So after he passed, I thought to myself, man, what am I going to do with all my time? Because I had been consumed by him. And so I thought, oh, let me just sew a bag. I can't find a bag that I like. Let me just sew a bag. My mom had taught me to sew years before that. And so I started sewing bags. And people saw me with the bags and they said, oh, I want one. So that's kind of where it all started. So this was one of the first bags that I made. And so that's how Jeannie Bags at the time, now Jeannie's Designs, was created. And the reason it's not called Barbie bags or something like that is because people will be looking for Barbie doll clothes or bags. And so I used my middle name. So that's how it all started. And here we are today. And it's fun, fun, fun. Okay. So the one thing you do want to check before putting your strap ends on, if I can find them. What did I do with them? Here they are. is mine fit, but you want to make sure that when you put a strap end on that it's going to go through whatever you're putting it through. Before you screw it on. So this goes through there just fine, my square ring. But there might be some hardware that it doesn't go through. So always check. You may have to wait to put your hardware on. Oh my gosh, I just dropped my screw on the floor. Oh dear. Here it is. I found it. It fell in my shoe. You may have to wait until you get it on to put your strap ends on. That's all I'm saying. I'm just making sure that's the side I want to show. Yeah. Okay. So if they fit in my hardware, hey Leslie. Hi Anne. And I didn't put this in the pattern, but I do talk about it on all my videos, is I use Leslie's rivet tool. Let me burn this real quick. To find the holes for this. I'll show it to you. Since she's here, I will show it. And I'm sure somebody can link it for us. In the pattern, I give you measurements, but when I do videos, I talk about it all the time. Leslie, it's the greatest invention. And Leslie, I get to see you next week. I'm going to the Lakeland quilt thing, so I'll see you in Annette. All right, let's grab the rivet tool so you can see what I'm talking about. It's the smallest little thing, but oh my gosh, it is the most useful thing. So this is it. It has an A, B, and a C. I don't know if you can see it. An A, B, and a C. So what I do is I put it on the end. Did I get this on here right? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, had me worried. I put it on the end of my zipper, my strap overlay. And I typically use A and C to mark it. But this tool has 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch. So you can line it up so your markings are straight. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So there's one, there's one. Let me mark this other one. You know, we need to support our small business friends. We just need to. I mean, I like Amazon as much as the next person. But if I can get it at a small business, then I'd much rather do that. All right, I'm going to just punch my holes while I'm here. We don't put the handles on until the very end, but now they'll be all ready to go. You have 2 new things releasing? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what they are. I can't wait to see Annette's new stuff too. I haven't bought anything recently. I know. It's hard to believe. Because I've been saving my pennies. Hi, Valerie. They are worth everything, Tammy. You're exactly right. You know, everything's expensive right now. I just went to get my nails done, and their prices went up. I was like, oh, for heaven's sakes. Everything was gone up. It's just... it's the price of living. Just the price of living. All right, there we go. I'm going to have to clean that. It's kind of gotten dirty. All right, so now these straps are ready to go. 2 straps, 4 strap ends. Perfect. All right. What's next in my pattern? Let me put you back up here so you can see my embarrassment. I'm so excited about this, and I'm nervous. It's really kind of funny. All right. So now we need our D-ring connectors, or our square rings, whichever. We need our exterior and front bottoms. Oh, I didn't get a tag. Oh, let me just go get it now so I won't forget. Hi, Debbie. It's right here. I'm right here in the closet. I'm in the closet. Okay. You guys, it is so hot here today. Yesterday we had record heat, believe it or not. I know some of you guys are cold still, but I was like, wow. All right, so on the top of each of these, and you should have already marked all your centers. Highly encourage you to do that before you get started. I'm measuring in from each edge on the top of the front and back. Just a little mark. Then I'm going to grab some tape, and you don't have to do it this way, but I prefer. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, I'm making my own pattern. I'm making a re-release of the Jeannie Bags shoulder bag pattern. So if you've previously purchased it, you should have gotten an email. If not, please go purchase and make some. I am adding a piece of double-sided tape on the inside of this mark so that I can attach my square rings and they won't scooch around on me. Okay. It's 43. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's supposed to rain this afternoon and cool things off, so Tony's outside working his little fingers to the bone, trying to get a few things done before it rains. We haven't had hardly any rain. Things are just extremely dry. All right, so then we're going to add our square rings. If I can get the tape off. Oh, I wondered if this was going to be a problem. Here, let me grab my little weeding tool. It's 40. Oh, dear. Oh, my. I might not be able to use tape because I'm not going to fight it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So add your square ring inside that mark that you made and going down, just like that. That's really not going to work. Let's see if it will come off here. No. So I'm just going to clip them. I'm not going to waste time with double-sided tape. Some vinyls just will not release the double-sided tape paper. Let me see if this one will. Nope. It will not. So that's okay. We're not going to fight it. Nope. Hi, Maria. Don't you love those embossed frames? Oh, they're addictive. They really are. Let me see. Will this come off? No. They're addictive. They're gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Okay. Now I'm going to baste those in place so that they don't move around when I'm getting ready to do some stuff here. And I just come all the way across rather than backstitch and cut my threads. I figure, just stay in your seam allowance and you're fine. It snowed yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Although you may like it. Okay. So those are the square rings. Then we're going to add our, let me see what I did with my pieces. Our top contrast panels. And for the exteriors, I added Decaville Light. And let me make sure you know too, on these pieces, make sure your Decaville Light is outside of your seam allowances. So I cut the Decaville before I put it on here. So I wouldn't have to worry about remembering. All right. So then these are, isn't that going to be pretty? I love it. Find your centers. And we're going to add this. It's a nice size bag. It's a medium. Wouldn't you call it, Candace? Wouldn't you call it a medium? It's not really a large bag, and it's not small. I'd call it a medium. A medium. All right, let's add the other one. And this doesn't have any directions, so... Hi, Mary. If I didn't see you to say hello, I'm so sorry. Say hello again, and I will. Yes, medium. Lori's made 3 of them, and she's made a leather one. That's actually, the leather one is on the last page of the pattern. It's very pretty. My next one will probably be leather. I don't have very many leathers, so I don't know which one to choose. Yep. Oh, there's a heat wave in San Diego, Mary. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, when I devised this pattern, I purposely did pretty good seam allowances because I know for me, when I sew things, I want a little grace for my seam. So I made the seam allowances pretty good. Make sure your square ring's out of the way. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do a live session where I choose materials for bags. I think that's a great idea. I know Melissa does her Matchmaker Mondays, and it'll be similar to that. Obviously, I don't sell vinyl or any of that, but or thread. All right, now we're going to top stitch with the seam we just created underneath. Our square rings are going up. We're top stitching on the bottom panel. thank you, Amanda. I hope you love it. It's a beginner-friendly pattern. Advanced beginner to intermediate, just because of the zipper. All right. Now, before I go any further, because I forgot to do this on the last one, I encourage you to trim this seam here on the corner. When you go to put the bag together, and I went off a little here, so I won't be able to trim it much, but it does make a difference. It really does. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to do the other one, and then we'll put our rivets in. Let me bring you down here. Thanks for being here, guys. This is so exciting for me. I have 2 other patterns that I am also going to revise. And then I do have a brand new pattern in my head. But I thought I would do some revisions to these before I did the brand new pattern. Always a way to make things improved and better, you know? And over time, you learn new skills, you know? To make things easier or work better or, you know, whatever. All right. Hi, Donna. Hi, Heidi. What was the question? That's what I need to know. Yeah. Okay, we're going to work on that. We're going to do a live on choosing fabrics for patterns. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it myself. Oh, I'm like, why is this having such a hard time? My thread was caught on my light. That was funny. Gosh, that's hilarious. All right, now I'm going to trim these little bulk reducing. Okay. Now let's add some rivets. It can be very hard to choose and make it look good. Okay, I'm adding a rivet right in the center of my square ring tab. I'm going to grab my little tool and my mallet. You know? Dose. You're going to hear the sum total of my Spanish. Trace. Quattro. And funny is, my niece speaks fluent Spanish. She taught Spanish for a while. I never picked it up. Never. I'm using some of my long rivets. Probably not necessary, but you're going through like 4 layers and some Decaville. Let me get this out of the way now. So I like to give it some room. Oh, it's going to look so good. You guys sing when you get excited. I do. There's somebody out in front. I don't know who it is. Must not be from us. It's a white truck. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to go press those, and I'm going to go in the closet right behind me. So let me put you up here. Two down, 2 to go. All right. Rivets are pressed. Now, I am going to put my logo, and there's many places that you could put it. You could put it up here. I would just make sure you put it low. If you're doing both the zipper pocket and the slip pocket, you could put it here, but you're going to have to put it pretty high. Or I'm going to do both too. So I'm going to put it in the middle. And this is going to be my zipper pocket side. So from this top seam, I'm going to put it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 down. That gives plenty of room for my zipper overlay, and it's not going to get in the way. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Mona. Mona's one of my admins. Go look at her pattern, her bag that she did. It's quilted. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Oh, Ellie, you're sneaky watching. Ellie's is really pretty too. Everybody that made one, they're all just gorgeous. All right, let's put our tag on. Hi, Jessie. Hi, from the Netherlands. I love it. Okay. Now, here's the question. Is it straight? No, it's not yet. Let me put this on, and then we'll tweak it. Oh, that's pretty straight. Pretty straight. Okay, let me grab a little piece of fleece. And we'll cover that up. Okay. Okay, that's where I put mine. Because the overlay is, I think we do that next. Do we? Somebody tell me. Yes, we do. So it will be out of the way. Let's put some double-sided tape here. Oh, you're so sweet, Ellie. Ellie's going to probably do a tutorial sometime when, you know, she can get away from work. Her work. Busy. She's a busy girl. All right, I'm going to find the center of my overlay. Just mark it with a tiny little mark. Then I am going to mark down from that top seam what I tell you to in the pattern. And I put my overlays up high because I want the pockets to be as big and deep as possible. So they're up pretty high. I'm just trying to find my just make sure that's even. Pretty even. Shocking. Hi, Lisa. Next week you have a couple days off. Oh, good. You deserve it, girl. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look how pretty that's going to be. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right, we're going to stitch around the outside. I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Oh, you're doing notes in your car. Oh, you've got a tough job, Casey. That's got to be a tough job. Good coffee. All right, here we go. And I just unthreaded my machine, I think. I did. That was brilliant, Bob. Brilliant, Bob. It's okay. It's an easy fix. I actually have Thor threaded, so when we get done, I'm going to do the final top stitching over on Thor. Because it's easier. There we go. Hi, Louise. Oh my gosh, my thread keeps threading or shredding. All right, let's try that again. Barb. I'm holding my threads. I'm going to pull them to the back. Let's just pull it to the back now. assuming this snake iridescent is still in stock, isn't it? I don't know. She was selling out of it pretty quickly. There's 2 colorways. I like them both, actually. All right, let's stop where we started. Hold on to your threads. And pull that to the back. Even out your threads and tie it off. Hi, Pinky. Oh, that van is the guys across the street. They were painting the house. Oh my gosh, do your bobbins unwind like crazy? Oh, they only have 4 left. Oh boy. Oh dear. It is stretchy. So you have to put some kind of interfacing on it. So either Decaville or SF101. You'll see on some of the other pieces I put SF101 just to give it a little something so it's not stretchy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's very soft. I really like the feel of it. Okay, we're cutting out our center. Sharon isn't here, is she? Sharon, that house across the street is going up on the market. They were painting it and doing some other stuff to get it to go on the market. The renters are gone. Their house was finished. So it's on the market. Anybody wants to come be my neighbor? I'm a great neighbor. All right. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. All right, let me find my zipper pockets. You have 4 zipper pockets. They're exactly the same. 2 for the inside and 2 for the outside. Here is my zipper. Right side up on your light zipper pocket. Is there room for a pony? I don't think so, Dory. You'd have to get a... Oops, I just took that off the wrong side. That's okay. We'll put it over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And your zipper is right side up. Your lining is right side up. Your zipper is right side up. And we're going to stitch that on at a scant 1/4 inch. It does look like it's getting ready to rain. That may be why they're quitting for the day. I don't know. Then we're going to turn the zipper pocket wrong side up, and we're going to baste that zipper nice and flat. Oh, my needle's getting gooey. It's funny because this week somebody had a bobcat that had broken through their screen, their pool screen, and it was a baby bobcat, had broken through their pool screen and was just sitting on their deck. Can you imagine? We have all kinds of wildlife here. Coyotes, bobcats, panthers, I think, too. Obviously, alligators. But it was a little baby. They posted pictures. It was the cutest little thing, but the thing, it was scared to death. But it had torn through their screen and was just sitting there. I'd be worried about Mama coming to find it, you know? Right in my neighborhood. Can you imagine my dogs going outside not knowing that it was there? That would be very bad. All right, let's base this one flat. Oh, the dogs heard me talking about them. All right, now we're going to add some more tape. And I'm going to put it on my zipper. It's easier to come off. The paper comes off easier on the zipper. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you guys for supporting me. All right, now let's put it in our overlay. Let's take off one side. And of course I took the wrong one off because I want my zipper closing to the left, but that's okay. And the pocket is intentionally bigger than the overlay, guys. So don't go, oh, she missed her mark. Nope, I did it on purpose. I wanted really big pockets, but I didn't want the overlay to be like in your face. So the overlay, this is actually a little smaller than what's in the pattern. The overlay in the pattern is actually a little bigger. So but I like big, deep pockets, as the deep as you can get. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll stitch around the inside. Our zipper pockets are nice and flat. Hi, Jeannie. And I'm going to pull those threads to the back too. No back stitching. And I have my narrow foot on today, so I don't have to switch between the zipper feet and my other foot. I just thought it was going to be easier. Okay, let me pull that. This will probably be 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because I'm not going to hurry through it. I'm going to take my time. And we'll stop where we started. There's one. And there's two. Jeannie, I'm making my revised pattern. So it's basically a new pattern. The Jeannie bag shoulder bag. I made quite a few updates, really. It's a medium bag, beginner, advanced beginner. Easy for you, Jeannie. Okay. All right, I'm starting to sweat. We're going to have to turn the little fan on. Oh, that feels good. All right, we do not need to leave this open, so we are going to close it. It is hot and humid. It's hot and humid already here in the Great South. We're going to close this on all three sides. Turn it right side up, fold it over, and stitch the sides and the bottom. Thank you. Aren't they pretty? They're just gorgeous. They really are pretty. So okay, somebody remind me, I got to clean off my needle. Let me finish this pocket and then we'll clean off the needle. All right, let me clean my needle. And I just used some Sober's Aid. And a Kleenex. Alcohol wipes work good. This works good. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. All right, so there is your one exterior side. Isn't that pretty? A little pop of color in there with the green that goes with the green and the snake. All right, let's put that aside. And let's do the other exterior with the slip pocket. So the slip pocket is a little different than the original pattern. It's two pieces, a lining piece, obviously, and an exterior piece. And I didn't want to put Decaville, more Decaville on this, but I wanted it to have something because it's stretchy. So I just put SF101 on it. And that does it. All right, so now on this, let me make sure I put this on here right, the right size. Oh, I did. How about that? We're going to sew down each long edge at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. No secrets there. Okay. The other long edge. Then we'll turn it right side out. Thank you, Pinky. Pinky, who are you? Is that Sabrina? Pinky, is that Sabrina? I'm not sure who that is. Anybody know who Pinky is? I think it's Sabrina. I could be wrong. All right, I'm just, since I can't iron this, I'm gonna just roll it. And if you're using a, oh, hi, Cindy. If you're using a prong magnetic snap, you'll want to put it on now. I'm going to put it on mine too. Oh, thank you, Heidi. And we're going to stitch just the top edge and the sides. We're not going to do the bottom because we're going to put that on. I'm just going to do the top first here. Top stitch. It's a little slippery, so I'm going to go a little slower. Oh, that fan feels good. All right, who else is going to fess up? Who else has a fan in their sewing room? Who else? Am I the only one? Now, I am going to not sew this side because I want to put my rivet on, and I'm going to sneak in a piece of Decaville. And we're going to put it just below the seam. I'm using a rivet, so I'm going to go all the way through. Fans everywhere, yeah. Yeah. I don't usually like a fan on, if you want to know the truth, but I have to have it in here because sometimes it gets really hot in here with all the lights and the machines and everything. All right, let me grab my magnetic snap. Hi, Shadira. You're still getting your personal summers. Well, I'm not getting those anymore, but I do get hot. All right, it's really your choice which snap you put here, but I typically put the male portion here, and I'm gonna sneak my Decaville in there. Oops, I gotta put it on this side. This goes on the lining side. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Let me go press that real quick, right behind me. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to grab our other exterior piece. I need a drink of water. Oh dear, I'm almost out of water. And we're going to add it at the top of our, where our contrast piece goes. So right there. I changed the pattern because the first version had the pocket going all the way to the bottom seam, and it just made that really thick. I never had a problem with it, but some people did, and it made it really thick for boxing the corners. Oh, good, Mary. I'm so glad. And now we're going to stitch down the sides. I just want to make sure it looks nice and straight and across the bottom. Base the sides and top stitch the bottoms. You know, Jadira, that's a good question. I don't know if she still has it available, but oh, Barb's got interfacing. What's hers called? Lux Fuse. Lux Fuse doesn't wrinkle nearly as bad. It's a little bit less in cost too. A little bit. Barb's got interfacing Lux Fuse. I'm assuming she still has it. I don't know. She may have trouble getting it. I don't know. I bought a huge roll of Decaville, so I'm trying to use that. Okay, we'll come up the side. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Allison. Hi, guys. All right, now we're going to put the other part of our snap. Isn't that going to be pretty? I know. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This might be in my new bag. Yep. Now, I'm going to either use this pen, if I can get it to work. Perfect. And I just marked where I want my hole to be, so it matches the other part of my snap. It was disappearing, so I had to put that on there really fast. Okay. Now that already has Decaville there, so I don't think I'm going to worry about putting any other Decaville there. And then the female portion goes here. And I'll go snap that. there, your outsides are complete. I love it. So I intentionally, you can do whatever you choose. You could not put a snap here and divide the pockets if you chose to. I like a big open pocket on a bag like this, so I just put a snap. And it's an 18mm snap, so it's pretty secure. All right. Let me see what my pattern says to do next. Oh, gosh. We're ready to assemble the exteriors. I love it. So our front and back are done. So here's my tag underneath my zipper pocket. You could also put it on the slip pocket if you wanted to. All right, I'm going to match my centers. And this is really slippery, so I'm going to use some of these. Metal clips. Oh, good, Brenna. Thank you. So she still has some. Okay. The other thing you want to do is you want to match these as best you can. They're going to be a little slightly off because of the slip pocket, so don't get too hung up on it. The pattern just gives you the option to do one, or you can do both like I'm doing. I'm doing both just so people know how to do both. And we're going to sew the sides and the bottom, and then we'll box our corners and turn it right side out. And the exterior will be done. Okay. Yeah, I might have to go get a thing of water. Okay. Good seam allowances here. Oh. Let's do the other side. I used to, when I first started making this bag, I made it out of all cotton 20 years ago. I mean, pretty vinyls didn't exist, and I made it out of all cotton fabric. So that's why in the pattern you'll see references to cotton or cotton canvas. It's because that's all I had. And I had a domestic machine. Have I done the Veronica by Shambhala yet? No, I have not. I bet I have a list of 30 patterns that I want to do. That is on my list. All of Shambhala patterns are on my list. I love her patterns. Okay, we're going to trim these seams. Grab my scissors, big scissors. Except for the top 1 inch or so, because we want to open that up. And I'm trimming my seams by about half. Okay. And then we are going to open the top seams. And it's easier to do it now than later. Then we'll box those corners and turn it right side out. What is today? Is today the... Today is the 12th of March. I can't even believe it. It's amazing. Where has the year gone already? So bring that bottom seam together. And whichever way you turn your bottom seam, it's better, it works better and looks better on the outside if you have it going the same way on both sides. Just a little trick I use, I learned over time. So on that side it's going that way, so that's why I turned it that way. Okay, let's trim that seam. One more. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn it, see what it looks like. So exciting. The decamel on this fabric, on this vinyl, really helps. It's not going to make it real stiffy, but it gives it some nice body. Luxe fused wood as well. There for a while, decamel was really hard to find. I don't think it is anymore, but I don't know. Oh my gosh. I did pretty dang good on the seams, I think, matching my seams. There we go. So there's the back with the slip pocket, and there's the front with the zipper pocket. I love it. I love it. All right, let's set that aside for the moment and grab my pattern so I know what I'm doing next. Now we're going to do the lining pieces. So I already cut the bottoms out of my lining pieces, and I did my centers already. So we're going to do the interior slip pocket. The interior slip pocket is one big piece that we're folding lengthwise. Let me make sure I got it folded right. Yeah. And we're going to sew across the top long edge. Big slip pocket on the inside too. Now this one I could iron, so I'm gonna sneak over here and turn my iron on real quick. So that gets hot. This is just waterproof canvas, so you can iron that. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Oh. Okay. So let's take it over and see if I can get it a little pressed right here. Perfect. This iron, I've had this, old Liso iron, you know, that this is actually my second one because the first one died and they replaced it. But now I've had that one. I bet I've had that for years and it works like a charm. All right, so now you have this, and we're going to add our top. If I can find what I did with it. The top trim piece. Top place. It's not there. It's not there. Here it is. Stuck in the corner. Oops, I didn't mark it. So this is the top trim piece. We're going to put a mark down the center and put tape on either side. But I was saying about that Elisa iron, they're expensive. But, you know, I personally think it's worth it. I love it. It works so well, except for the first one that I returned. So, Brenna is on spring break, Nancy. Oh, that's funny. A lot of people are already on spring break. I can't even believe it. I kind of feel bad for all the people at the airports and the TSA and all that. I looked at Tony when I saw that on the news and I thought, I'm glad we're not going anywhere. The TSA lines are ridiculously long. All right, so we're going to take the tape off one side. And add our pocket right almost to the center. Not quite. Just shy of that center line. Take the other side of the tape off. And fold it down, and then we'll top stitch. Okay. Hey, Sabrina. So you always want to turn it over and make sure you caught the back, and I did. Perfect. If you don't, just do another row. No harm in that. All right, let's grab one of our lining pieces. And we're going to add our slip pocket. You love your Oliso irons, yeah. Me too. And we're going to lay this, what I tell you in the pattern. You want to have plenty of room up here at the top. Nancy, this is the release of my new pattern, the shoulder bag, the Jeannie bag shoulder bag. I revised it. This is the re-release. I made all kinds of changes to it. Okay, we're going to sew along the sides and the bottom. Awesome. You need a clutch. How about the mega accordion? Now, in the pattern, I give a suggestion on making a pen pocket. Right in the middle, and then you have two big pockets on each side. Let me put it down here. Can you probably see better? Yeah. So a pen or just some kind of a narrow pocket for whatever, narrow things you want to have. And then you still have two really good pockets. Thanks for joining, guys. Oops. I didn't cut that, did I? All right, one more. Okay, so then you have three pockets. You have two big ones and one little one. I personally like that myself. Now, let's do the zipper pocket panel. And then we're getting close to putting it all together. Okay. I didn't put any tape on here. Let me add some tape. This is, I bet, this is probably 400 denier lining. It's from Mormino. It's her seafoam. I want to say it's 400. It's not 200 or 300. It's a little thicker, but it's definitely not 600. I'm just cleaning up my overlay. It got kind of wonky on me. Oh dear. All right. Now, what do I tell you? Where do I tell you to put it? Find your center. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. You know, Kasai and I both really love what we do. So I hope that shows. Trying to find my center mark. Huh. Okay. Okay. All right, let's sew around the outside. And I'll pull that to the back. Although you really can't see it on this skin, but I think it's a good habit to get into. Pulling your threads to the back. Look at me going slow. Can you believe it? I'm really a Speedy Gonzales. But these curves, I like to go slow. And we'll stop where we started. Hold on to your threads. Pull it to the back. Even out your threads, tie it off. Your kids yell at you. That's funny, Tiffany. I love it. All right, let's open that up. And then we'll repeat with the zipper pocket. I'm going to use my duck scissors. These are on my Amazon list, these little duck scissors. I love them. I didn't use these kind of scissors for years and years and years. In fact, I had some that I got with my Bernina, my Tula Pink Bernina. Never used them once. I didn't know what they were for. That's a confession. My thread is caramel thread. Oh, look how pretty that looks. Oh, I love it. I'm singing. Okay, let me grab my other zipper. And we'll do our zipper pocket. Just like we did. Okay. A fat quarter seam. Turn and baste it flat. I recorded a whole video yesterday and my Mevo cameras weren't working. Didn't even know it. So I lost the whole thing. Can you believe that? And it was this bag. That's why I decided to just go ahead and go live, because I lost the whole recorded version. I'll go get the bag I made. It's really pretty. I know. Sometimes that happens. You know, what are you going to do? You just move on and do it again. I'm just trying to get this on here nice and straight. Okay. Hi, Patty. Welcome. All right, let's turn that and baste it nice and flat. Okay. We're so close to putting this thing together, guys. Now, let's add some more tape here. Curse the cameras, then move on. I know it. I mean, I've done the whole video. The whole thing. I had a lot of trouble with the cameras yesterday, and in fact, I wasn't sure they were even going to work for today. They did some update to them, and it acted just so weird. So far so good today, knock on wood. I shouldn't even have said anything. Hi, Heidi. Lunch break, I love it. All right, we're going to put this on, and again, the zipper lining is intentionally bigger than the overlay. So you have a nice big pocket, because we're going to finish the bottom through this pocket. Okay, let's stitch around the inside. Not back stitching. pull those threads to the back as well. I better check my bobbin. I bet I'm getting close. They're running out. And we'll stop where we started. Hold your threads. Why am I doing a lot of leather bags lately? Because I've gotten into leather and I'm addicted. How's that for an honest answer? I love leather. And it's my friend Anne's fault that I'm into leather. She's the one that turns me on to leather. And I have the tools to do them. I have the machines to make bags in leather. And I just love it. The leather today is a lot different than it used to be. You can get all kinds of prints. And if you want to know the truth, leather is not that much more expensive. Depending on the leather, but it's not that much more expensive than vinyl. I like them both. I'll be honest. I really do. I like them both. I'm not really sure I like one more than the other. I like cork too. All right, we're going to even this up. I mean, you're paying $18 to $24 a roll for a roll of 18 by 54 vinyl. Let me put you up here so you can see me. And, I mean, you can get a decent quarter hide for $60 to $90, which is probably, maybe 2.5 rolls of vinyl. Maybe more, depending on the size of the quarter. Not all quarters of leather are created equal. All right, this pocket we are going to leave open. So we're just going to sew down the sides, and I'm going to fold the bottoms up. Oh, I just ran out of bobbin. Oh my gosh, that is funny. Can you believe that? That was providential. I have another bobbin ready to go. And at Tandy, I get a commercial discount now because I, over the years, have bought so much from them. So I can get leather pretty cheap. Not cheap, you know, but I can get it cheaper. All right, let's do this side. And Yellowstone actually has pretty good sales too. And their leather is really good. District Leather has good sales. Rocky Mountain Leather has good sales. Those are probably the primary 4 places I get it from. Peggy Sue also on Etsy. I'm just trimming these little corners down here. She has all kinds of good deals on leather. I'm going to trim off my zipper tape. So there's a lot of places you can get it. Unfortunately, I know a lot of them. I'm on a leather ban right now, however, because I have so much leather, I don't know what to do with it all. Oh, Candace, you get a nice discount. Good. I didn't know that. So now we're going to just fold that off, so when we're ready to close this, it'll be nice and flat. And there is our zipper pocket. Inside zipper pocket, leaving this bottom open. Now we're ready, I believe. Oh no, we got to do the zipper placket. I forgot. Let's do the zipper placket. This is an easy way to do a zipper placket. And I already did my 90-degree turns on my zipper. So I'm just going to cut this off. A lot of people are doing their zipper plackets this way, but I learned it first from my friend Sandy at Car Threads. But a lot of people are doing it now. So it's a long piece, just like in the pattern, and we're going to fold each short end in. And just because a pattern doesn't call for this kind of a placket, you can make it this way easily. Oh, thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate it. The pattern is on sale until next Thursday. Just FYI. And if you previously bought it, don't repurchase it, because you can get, you should have gotten an email to download the new version. And that goes for anybody who buys it now. If I revise it again, you'll get that for free. So, just FYI. All right, let's find the center of our zipper placket. Oh dear, I have to do a little math. It's a bit scary here. Hi, Wendy. It is my new pattern. It's not new. It was released 3 years ago, but I did major updates to it. So it's the Jeannie bag shoulder bag. All right, let's oh my gosh, I have to get the calculator out to be sure. It's scary. If you know you bought the pattern previously and you did not get notification to re-download it, just send me a message and I'll look up your order and make sure you get it. Okay, so I found the centers. And just mark in the seam allowance. And then on this far side, we're going to make another mark, like I tell you in the pattern. And I'm going to try a 1/4 inch double-sided tape, see if that comes up better. And we're going to put some double-sided tape there. I don't know if it will. It doesn't want to release the pepper. And then we're going to lay our zipper right side down with this piece right side up at that second mark. Okay, then we're going to add another piece of tape, and I'm going to use 1/8 inch here. Oh, good, Nancy. And we're adding another row of tape. My zipper is fraying a little there. Take that tape off. And we're going to fold this end down to meet that short end so it's nice and even. So our zipper is sandwiched in between. And then we're going to stitch just across the top at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. My favorite. So the one thing you don't want to do is go past the short ends. Don't sew on your zipper down here on this end. And then we're going to trim this a little bit. You have to board a plane. Okay, well, wherever you're going, I hope you're having a good time. I hope it's for vacation. So I'm just trimming these here to reduce the bulk. So just like that. And here. Makes a big difference. Turn your zipper right side out. And just like any other placket, we're going to baste it together and top stitch next to the zipper. So this method is probably only good if you're using materials that aren't extremely thick. So this is 2 layers of vinyl for me. I've done it though with 2 layers of leather and it works fine. Just depends on how thick it is. But it's so much easier. It's only 2 pieces instead of 4 and all the taping and all that. All right, let's baste this raw end closed. Then we'll stitch next to the zipper. It gets kind of thick down here, so just go slow. All right, so there's one side of our zipper placket. I mean, I love it. Now we're going to add the other side. So we already found our centers. I just need to mark in what I tell you in the pattern. Oh, I just hit myself in the nose. Sharon. Hi, Sharon. We're making my new pattern. My revised pattern, I should say. the Jeannie bag shoulder bag. I did major revisions to it, and I'm releasing it today. How about that? Shocking. Okay. I've called you out earlier because I said that the house across the street is for sale now. There's actually a sign in the yard. I think it's for sale. I mean, I'm assuming it's out there, but there's a sign in the yard now. Yeah. So we'll see. We get some decent neighbors. Hopefully. You're going to get it? Okay, good. You'll love it. I hope. All right, so now we're going to bring this end down to meet the short end. And repeat those steps. Perfect. Oh, I need some more water. Okay. Quarter ounce here. Oh, I'm getting a commercial. Oh. All right, let's trim those to reduce the bulk. And you don't have to do this, but I think it really does help, honestly. I know, me too, Pinky. Me too. We have really good neighbors, so I don't have anybody to complain about right now. So, everybody's great. It's a big house, so I guess it's going to be, it's like a lot bigger than our house. It's got, I think it has 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, something like that. It's big. So it'll probably be a family with lots of kids, which is okay. I don't mind kids. Our little neighbor boy, Simon, came over the other day. He was knocking on the door. We were eating dinner, so we weren't going to answer it. And then I looked at Tony and I said, "Oh, it's Simon." I said, "We have to go answer the door." He's 7. He brought us a drawing that he had drawn. He just loves Tony. Every time Tony's outside, he goes, "Hi, Tony. Hi, Tony. Hi, Barbie." He calls me Barbie. Hi, Barbie. He does not like dogs, though. It's the funniest thing. He doesn't like dogs. He'll pet them, but he doesn't really like dogs. He's played with the girls, but he doesn't really like dogs. He doesn't want a dog. It's funny. His dad really wants to get a dog. So I don't know what they're going to do. They may not get a dog. I have all his artwork back there, and the other one that he just brought is out on the refrigerator right now. He's the cutest little guy. Smart as a whip. All right, let's see how we did. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That is just perfect. It's a tiny bit off. I'm not sure what I did, but it's a tiny bit off. It's okay. All right, now we're going to find the centers and snip our center. Our puppies, Ruby and Rosie, are 6.5 months old. They're doing extremely well. Mostly housebroken. On a rare occasion, they'll have a little accident. They're sleeping 7 or 8 hours a night, which is a beautiful thing. That's what I say. And we're going to lay our zipper placket right side up. We're going to start with our zipper panel. Let me pull you down here. Our zipper panel so that our zippers go the same way. And we're going to baste this on first. Eighth of an inch. And then we're going to add our top interior contrast. And on these, I did also put SF101. Hey, Dawn. SF101 because it's stretchy. And so with the SF101, it's not stretchy now. We're going to lay that right side down, centered. And stitch that on with the seam allowance in the pattern. Hey guys, if you ever want to know how to make what is it? Sourdough starter, Dawn put a video out recently. I watched it, Dawn. You did great. I'm going to go back and watch it and maybe make some. I've never done it before, believe it or not. So I'm glad you did a video. I'm going to watch it while I make it. I already watched it, but I'm going to make it. Cindy, did you already buy the pattern before? If you already bought it, you should have gotten an email to download it for free. If you haven't, you'll have to go buy it. You purchased it previously? Okay. You should have gotten an email from me this morning to download. You might check your junk mail. If not, I'll go look and I'll make sure you get it. Now, I have a seam underneath here with my zipper panel going up, and I'm top stitching on the lining. Yeah, definitely don't purchase it again because I want to make sure you get the revisions. You already paid for it. Okay. Then before I forget, we're also going to trim this seam without trimming our stitches just to reduce some of the bulk. Just right there. That makes a big difference. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. All right, let's add the other side. The other side of the placket, right side up on the other lining piece. Your 4-year-old dog has gone blind? Oh my gosh. How in the world did that happen? I'm just going to base this on. That is so sad. I'm so sorry. What kind of dog is it? That's sad. I mean, you'd be surprised though. Dogs can manage pretty good. So now we're going to add the other top contrast lining piece centered on top of that other side of the zipper placket. She gets around. Yeah, you'd be. I'm not surprised. People that go blind usually get around pretty good too. That's sad though. I'm sorry. Four years old. My goodness. Make sure you know where your zipper pull is. Oh, Shih Tzus. Huh. I had no idea. Wow. All right, then we're going to fold everything up and over and out of the way and top stitch on the lining with that seam underneath. All right. And then before I forget, I'm going to trim those corners too. I don't know why I kind of forget to do that sometimes. Okay. So this is what you should have. There's the top of the zipper, your contrast lining, and your lining pieces are inside. I just love it. All right, we're ready to put it together. I'm going to clip my little contrast pieces and then down the side. The bottom of the lining we leave totally open to turn it through. And I'm going to clip my zipper tail out of the way. You sold 11 bags? That is fantastic, Sharon. Markets have been pretty tough lately, too. That's great. Of course, I've seen some of your bags. They're stunning. All right, so we're going to start at one seam allowance up here, and then we're going to gradually get bigger. So pay attention to that in the pattern. My thread's caught. There we go. Must have been a busy market. But if you guys haven't seen Sharon's bags, they're gorgeous. Oh, you price them low. That's okay. It's good to get rid of them. All right, I'm starting on the bottom over here, so I'm starting at the big seam allowance. And when I get to the top, I'll narrow that down. All right, let's trim it. Just like the outside, we're going to trim all of it except for the top inch and fold that over. You're welcome. You deserve it. Your bags are stunning. Okay. Now let's tape the sides open here. I know. I don't think Lori, are you still here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lori said she has to sell some bags before she can make any more. She organized her bags and she said, oh, that's it. She goes, I have to start selling bags or I can't make any more. I told Tony that and he said, has she seen your closet? Mm-hmm. Give them away. Make somebody's day. My mother-in-law was over here yesterday or the day before, and I gave her a wallet. And she was so happy. I let her choose. You know, I have so many wallets. And I was happy to give her one. All right, so we left the entire bottom open. Now, we are ready. Tony, if you're watching, I need a bottle of water. I'm fresh out. Let me make sure I have not forgotten anything. Let me look at my pattern. How about that? Let me put you up here. Let me look at the pattern, make sure I didn't forget to do anything. I don't believe so. Okay, here we go. Grab your exterior and we're gonna put that inside our lining. So we're gonna open our zipper here. And I want my zipper pocket on the lining to be in the back. Facing my slip pocket. So we're going to put that in right sides together. Squish it. Squish it good. And we're going to match our sides. Let me grab my big clips here. Match your side seams. Stuff your zipper down in there. We don't want that getting in the way. Match your centers. It should fit pretty good. Make sure your square rings and your zipper panel and everything is down and out of the way. And we're going to move over to Thor. I have Thor all threaded, ready to go. It's getting really cloudy out. It's going to rain. Not raining yet, though. We need the rain. We're in a drought here in Florida. What time is it? I've been on for 2 hours. Oh dear. I knew it would take probably 2.5 hours, but we're almost done, so. I think we're doing pretty good. Lori made some cookies this morning and sent me a picture. I thought that was pretty rude because they looked really good. What kind of cookies were they, Lori? Ginger snaps? Were they ginger snaps? Something like that? Uh-oh. That looks really good. I'm going to ease this side in a little bit. What were they? I think they were ginger snaps. Whatever they were, they looked divine. Thank you, Pinky. They were ginger snaps. How about that for a memory? Mm-hmm. Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to go over to Thor. We're going to get everything out of the way. I'll take a sip of this cold coffee. I'm going to move the camera over there. And let me bring up YouTube here. Hold on. So I can see comments. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, let's do it. I gotta move this so I can get to it. All right. She broke her beater. Oh, let me measure my seam and put my little thing down. I don't know if you guys have not seen, Recent Relics has a new table. I'm tempted to get it. It's very expensive though. But it's black. Recent Relics on Etsy. You guys should go take a look. It's very expensive. It's probably worth it. All right, hold your threads, Barb. But it's got the markings on it. Not that that would help me here because I'm not using the table, but... Oh, let me turn the light on. It's kind of dark over here. Sorry. There we go. That might help. Oh, Lori, I bought that little light thing that you told me about. I think it's supposed to be here today. I think. Lori is quite the enabler. I'm just going to say it out loud. I don't know where she learned it. These clips are amazing. You know, I say bag making, you have to have an army of clips because they're all useful in different ways. Oh, my thing's getting off track here. Oh, I might have to go back over that. Why? Why is it doing that? I do like this edge guide. I actually use it more than I thought I would. I didn't ever use it at first, but I like it. Because I don't have any other markings when I don't have a table on, and so it really does help. And it stays put. I know some people have trouble with it moving, but I've never had any trouble with it moving on me. So yeah, I like it. It's a little in the way when you're trying to thread sometimes, but minor inconvenience. All right, let's see how I did over there. I think I got a little wonky. No, that's fine. It's all good. All right, so now we're going to trim the top here. You don't use yours? I do. I didn't for a very long time, but I do now. I really like it. It's all in what you get used to, I will say. So I'm just trimming that seam by about half. Try to be careful I don't cut my threads. That would be pretty disastrous. Okay. You use yours all the time, Wendy? Yeah. All right, let's turn it. Let's see how easy this thing is to turn because we left the whole bottom open. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. I always do my top stitching before I finish the bag on the bottom, on the inside. So we're going to put it down in there and roll our top seam. That way, if I need to get in there, I can easily get in there because it's all open. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Never mind. There goes the girls. I'd love it if you guys would go give me a thumbs up. It does make a big difference. I give thumbs up to all my sewist friends, whether I watch the video or not. Don't have a lot of time to watch them, but I try to. Tony must not be watching because he didn't bring me a water. That's okay. We're almost done. See, like right here, I want to get in there and make sure that seam is nice and poked out. Perfect. Okay. Let's top stitch. Now in the pattern I say to top stitch, hi Jojo, either 1/8 or 1/4, whatever you feel comfortable doing. So it's totally up to you. I am tempted to put my top stitch table on here, and I have plenty of room for it, so I'm going to. Makes it easier. My scissors were poking me. Yo, Tony. I know. Tony, what are you doing? Barbie needs some water. Okay, that would be better. So I'm going to start over here on the side. And I gotta find, oh dear, where'd my thread go? It's stuck in there. Let me grab it. There we go. That's ridiculously long. It's gonna be a gorgeous bag. Yeah, might be my new bag, but thank you very much. All right, so I'm starting on the side seam. If I can get it over there again. There we go. There we go. Hold your threads. And I'm back stitching. You can't really even see it. And I am going to be putting, not today, but I am going to be putting a crossbody tab there so it'll be hidden. Barb's new bag. Every bag I make is my new bag. And then I think about it and I'm like, why would you do that, Barb? You don't need another bag. It's hard. I like every bag I make. Almost. Not every. There are very few patterns and bags that I've made that I don't like, though. I will be honest. Very few. Probably the same for you guys, isn't it? Just making sure everything is out of the way. Yeah, I do do snaps on the outside seam with D-rings. I'll go get the one I made yesterday and show you. I did it on that one. It's a total option. It is in the pattern on the last page, but very simple directions. Oh dear. Just dropped it on the floor. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
I need a bottle.
What?
I'm desperate. Thank you. Look, he brought me coffee. He's not watching, so he just did it on his own, didn't he, sweetheart? Yep, he is. Okay. So, I backstitched there because this is eventually going to be hidden under the D-ring connectors on the outside. So, I have you. He's my favorite. Okay. So now, oh my gosh, that looks so good. She's singing. All right, let's open our zipper pocket. On the inside, pull your zipper pocket out and pull the bottom through there. And we are going to match our centers and box our corners, and then we're going to finish the zipper pocket. Easy peasy, as they say. This is my favorite way to finish a bag because you don't see any raw seams. It's in the zipper pocket, and whoever looks at the bottom of the zipper pocket, you know? Some people might. I would. Nosy me. Okay. Here we go. Now this little table does have a seam guide on it, which is nice. So I'm holding my threads. I'm going to clip those threads. They're very long. Has anybody bought the new table from Recent Relics, the black one? I'm curious. It looks gorgeous. It's expensive, but I think it's probably worth it. I haven't. I looked at it and then I did it. Did anybody buy it? Oh, Karen, yours will look fantastic. All right, I'm going to trim this seam. This seam is the bigger seam allowance, just FYI. And then we'll box the corners. No, I don't mind jilling. I actually talked about that at the beginning of this video, but I don't mind saying it again. So in 2006, my best friend passed away. And I had, as a nurse, I had helped take care of him. I'd gone with him to treatments all over the country, and he ended up passing away. And prior to that, you know, that had consumed me. So once he passed away, I found myself with a lot of time on my hands, and I didn't have anything to fill it. I mean, I was doing nursing and obviously working a lot of extra hours, but you can only work so much. And I couldn't find a bag that I liked, so I just made one. And then people started asking me to make them one. they saw the one I was carrying. And I said, sure. And that's how Jeannie Bags was born. So since then, I've been making bags. And when I retired, I really got into it because I had a lot of time, you know. And my husband is my biggest supporter. So that helps too. Okay, one more box corner. And I love to sew. My mom taught me to sew a long time ago. Barbie girls, someone wants me to make them a bag, not a family member. Yeah, do it. I just enjoy, I make bags for my nieces all the time, my friends. I'm just pulling this out. I'm going to have to do some squishing. Oh, there we go. That's better. Perfect. All right, let's put that interior down inside and we'll make sure it looks good, and then we'll finish our placket. Oh no, I don't mind repeating it. I don't mind repeating it at all, Julie. Not at all. It's just funny that you asked because I had talked about it earlier. I don't even know what made me bring it up earlier, actually. And you know, my bag making skills have gotten better over the years. For sure. I look back at some of the first bags I made and I'm like, oh dear. Who made that? I'm sure you guys do the same thing. All right, we are almost done. Oh, we gotta put the handle. That's easy peasy. Okay. You know, the bag making materials have really changed over the last 5 years too. I mean, you couldn't find many good printed vinyls, and now you can find all kinds of great stuff. And it's amazing. All the linings are totally different today than they were 5 years ago. You know, the one bag I haven't made in a long time is a Louis. A Louis per the pattern. And I was just thinking that the other day, I'm due to make one. Look how perfect that fits. I love it. Okay. So let's first of all put the zipper end on. It's over here. Actually, I'm just going to move back over here because I have a little more room. A little more room over here, and my coffee is over here. And my water. Nothing like a good cup of coffee. All right, where's my zipper ends? Don't tell me I didn't get a zipper end. I know I did. I certainly don't see it. Well, I'll just have to put that on later. I don't see it. Okay, that's all right. We'll put that on later. Let's put on our straps. We already punched our holes, so this should be pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And again, I'm using some of my long magnetic snaps. I mean, long rivets, double cap rivets. A lot of layers to go through. All right. So we will wrong side up and through. Grab your rivets. 1, and then find the other hole and put the cap on. Okay. Make sure it's not twisted. Put it up and through. Find the hole and put the cap on. Same on this side. Add your rivet. Hi, Philly girl, thank you. Cap it. The plastic that the strap ends are covered in keeps sticking to me. That's hilarious. I'm like, what is that? Make sure it's not twisted. Oh, I almost lost it on the floor. Oh, Donna, what did you say? Oh, I think you're wrong. Here's the problem with selling bags. People don't understand all the work that goes into them, except for, you know, us. And they just don't understand. So, that's okay. I enjoy doing it, and so I'm good with that. All right, so let's go. I'm going to go press these after I have another sip of coffee. And maybe I'll go get a zipper in. That way I can just finish it. Let me grab a sip of water. I'm very thirsty. No rain yet. Okay. I could have sworn I had a zipper end here. But I don't, so I'll go grab one. Let me go press these rivets and I'll go grab the zipper end. One more to go. All right. Let me go grab a zipper end, and then we will be done. So here it is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. go in there. Here. Here's little baby Ruby. Can you see Ruby? And there's Rosie. There's Ruby and Rosie. They just snuck right in. Yes, you did. Yes, you're sweet girls. Okay, let's go outside. Come on. Good. Go. Go. Ruby has to be where I am. And she is always sneaking in here, that stinker. And there's all kinds of stuff on the floor. So I have to be careful. There's no needles on the floor, but there's thread and all kinds of stuff. All right, let's trim our zipper. It's funny too because they know they're not supposed to be in here. So they kind of inch their way in. It's hilarious. They get on their belly and kind of inch in. I love it. They're absolutely adorable. All right, let's put this zipper end on. Grab the tiniest screw ever. Did she really? She is a stinker. You have to love her though. I mean, oh my gosh, she's so funny. She just wants to see, you know, what's in the room that I am not supposed to be in. What's in there? Mom's in there. Okay. All right, that was good. I'm glad I went and got that. All right, this one is done, except I will, maybe I'll finish it up maybe tomorrow or the next day and add the strap ends for a crossbody strap on the sides. But here it is, the Jeannie bag shoulder bag by Barbie Jeannie's Designs. You have a huge slip pocket here, closes with an 18mm snap. Here you have a big zipper pocket. It doesn't look like it, but it's very big. And then you have a top zipper closure with 3 slip pockets and another zipper pocket and plenty of room. Medium bag. Advanced beginner, but like I always say, anybody can do it. There's nothing really hard about it. So this is the one we made today. I love it. And then this is the one that I made yesterday with the tutorial that it kind of disappeared. Don't ask me. I have no idea. So this is Faux Real Croc by Tulip Bee. Faux Real and her croc. Stunning. Huge zipper pocket with some batik on the inside. Zipper pocket on the outside. Love it. Top zipper closure. Same scenario, the batik and the 3 slip pockets and the zipper pocket. But this one, I did make a crossbody strap. Oh, I think there's my Amazon delivery. And I'll show you the connectors that I used. So because this type of bag has a seam on the side, you don't want to put a connector right through your seam. So on both sides, I just offset them by like 1/3 of an inch. So this one is on the back with the slip pocket. This one's on the front with the zipper pocket. You can't really even tell. And then I just riveted on the D-rings. So just like that. There you go. The Jeannie Bag Shoulder Bag by Barbie at Jeannie's Designs. Oh, look up, Barb. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can you measure the opening? Would my 15-inch laptop fit? Let's see. I don't know. The opening is, no. The opening is 13 inches. 13.5 inches. About 14, actually. It's 14. The opening on the top is 14 inches. So, no. You could enlarge it, though. Add 2 inches and you could be golden. So, this is one I've made. Gorgeous. I know. So, these two. And I have 2 more over here. Hold, please. Pink croc from my friend Louise. So this one, I did not do the slip pocket on this side. It just has the outer zipper pocket. And then on the inside, it has some fun Florida fabric. Nice and bright and cherry. So that's that one. So this is an example. You don't have to put the slip pocket on the outside. You could just, I didn't want to disrupt this pattern here. So I didn't do the slip pocket. And then here's one out of some more Tulip Bee and your Vinyl Source. This one doesn't have the slip pocket either, but it does have the zipper pocket. And they all have the top zipper closure. And the pockets inside. Yep. I love them all. I will be keeping one, either that or I'll make one in leather. I don't know. Aren't they pretty? A medium bag. Medium. Medium. Let me grab my coffee and I'll just look at a few comments and then we'll be done. It is 4:12. That's 3 hours. Oh dear. I had no idea. I've been chatting though, and so that's half the fun of it. What did Mary say? No key fob. You could add a key fob, absolutely. Thank you, Ellie. It's a perfect everyday bag. It really is. It's not huge. It's not small. Hi, Diane. Thank you. Thanks, Cindy. Mary wants to know if it will. Yep. Which one is your new bag? I don't know. I don't know. I'm really into, and this is my friend Lori's fault. I'm really into this one with the batik lining. Isn't that pretty? Can you see it? What can you see? Oh, it's gorgeous. So I don't know. I probably will sell them all or gift them, one of the two. I have been busy. You know, here's the deal with a pattern. You have to do them over and over and over to figure out measurements, to figure out what works the best. I would make a leather one. Okay, Dawn, let's do one. Let's make a leather one together. Maybe we should do that together. We'll do a lot of prep, and that way it won't be a 4-hour video. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thumbs up really does make a difference for us YouTubers. So whether you really like a video or not, the thumbs up does make a difference. Thank you to my husband for bringing me coffee and water. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be sure and go get the pattern. If you've already purchased the Jeannie's shoulder bag pattern and you did not get notified to download the revisions, just send me an email and I will make sure you get it. We'll check your order and I'll make sure you get it. They all went out this morning, so you should have gotten it. If you haven't purchased it, it's on sale this week through next Thursday. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.